Fatalfantu se fampupongo talo toto mai lo KVZK de vai ngola fiafi fa te tele fa te smile tanto tudo e mo mwantu de ya fiafi e tolu oso fa ingasa fa tau wina e le matanga wengo le pui ngole sa ngole mula tele le asa pu e nai nisi to lua mai pango ma le to tansi alu fau e le taimena fa tau tai ai nei oso fa inga e la talanta le lua se fulu nisi sa sai mai e malu le malo mo le tu ina tu ia ofisili e tu sai mo le awai tu langa i fala au fa saina o se fa moninga nei mai le afionga le komisino leo le to fa le to ia ta anga sa i te molinga e tu sai mo fesili ala KVZK e tu sai ma fa mtalanga anisi o malo le malo sa tara no ia i lau fale fa sere lau la tu ta u e fa pea na wina mai ile la tu o so fa ingani fala u fa saina le aisa mo le marijuana e mai sio pai fa ngai na e ulai nei fala u fa saina ma vai ngai fuai le mafa o nei fala au fa saina le aisa mo le marijuana o lo fa wo wina pe nga wenga le official leo mo le su e no niso fa mtalanga mai ia ilato sa pu e nei le teo na lila o lo fati no ina nei le matanga wenga wa o ngani sio nga wenga mo le toi fa le yo vai nga wo fa le nga ina ile a o nga tulanga mo i tafuna e mai sio le o nga mabulunga le mo le toa le asa tampuni le matanga wenga o le soifo maloloina o le nei tulanga sa fa moni e se email le fa tonu le officer wa onga ya mai fau Dr. Mary Taufite sa tu ina tu fai pule ya Larry Sanito ma pen sa vao na una ia e Eileen Solaita le faululunga nei o le vaengo au unanga fa le suifu maloloi no le si manga ia nei fai pule ina ia fa tara no ni mata upu fa na tinati tafuna elementary o asi singa la te mai o le suifu maloloi na fa ali ai tulanga le tali ai na o tua onga e au fia ai le telo vaenga fa le tonu ma le saunga le mu mo le fa o wina wa o onga le fa nau na sau no so lai te fa pe o fa tu sanga taluai o lo utalo sanga i nei le official suifu maloloina se fuanga mo le fa le yo wa o uma ai le i fa tino ina lava ai panga lea o nei tulanga le mama o la mati ai fa nau mai fa mai ese na manino fo ile email ya solaita ile matanga wenga wa o ngai fa pea ile talia ina tangata lo ia fa ilonga maulunga ai le malamala mai le tau o le tu mama ile talia le fa tonu ya mai fa una ya ta wa i fa pea o le u fa nga solo nei fuanga manga wenga le matanga wenga tu sai ma le fa le yo vaenga wo fa le ngaina ai mai se o le lesa o le mo le fa nau ua mai a fo i o le talo sanga ina le o fai ngā ruenga e na ia a matalia o na wha atino ngā ruenga wha amba mai po tua onga wa tāpuni e le ofisa o le soifua malo loina. O le masina na te nei sa wha atautai ai le ofisa o onga ma le ngangana Samoa le kolisi mapusanga se tasi o lau ngā tongi mo i lato wa lau tongia. Ua silia mara tolu tu sanga o whaiele ofisa o onga ngana Samoa le nei wha moe e alai tu si ngata la Samoa. Ma o le manu lau tiro nei tu sanga o whaingoina e iloa o e ilau ngana. Ua iai le manatua le ofisa e tala i tua le lato pol kalamei e ka le sia. Mo le tusi e no tala e wha o ngai nai la tato ngana. Na sau noa fo i se tasi o sui le ofisa e tu sai ma le tulanga.
Le polo keki ni ua tolu tau sanga o whai e whaingoino e iloa o i lau ngangana e ana wha atupe mai lai le Administration of Native Americans le ANA ai ole anganga e pe foina tu whafunga ini stai au e iloa o i lau ngangana e ole anganga i ina ia whauau pia le tau mawhaingo ole tau te tala o tangata le ngangana tātou lava ia ngangana e pia ono ni foi vai tau ia o tau fai ai e fa malo sia le ngana ina ia lo tau tala ma ia malam na mai ai ia ai ilo a fai nei lo fo i singana ai mau tu pia le ngana ia la tunu ai ole polo ke kila le sa fai ai o tala vo e ono e tai lo au tala vo le tau sanga tau sanga fai ai ia sa ia la le toa na vai tau ia no fa mai ia ele i tau fia ia tu langa i ole fa moi sa fa ngai la ni si o wara te kana losi e fa i suma ma utal bo me tu lang fa pena utal bo la i sa ia o le kale si meti si futinga o le kalesia whaputong kirisano Samoa i Yerusalema, o le kalesia Yesu Kiristo au pa ia waso ngatai au nuu, kalesia whaputong kirisano Amerika Samoa i Nuuli, o le kalesia Katoliko Roma i le mtanga luenga whatuainga. Ia ma le kalesia whaputong kirisano Samoa i Amerika i Taptimu, o talvola ia sao ia tailua la ia o talvol tausanga. Ina whaeleo tau wanga lea mua tala tu whaasolo i o tala maasani fo inai ai pisa awe whamafa. E ia tala o tutuila la tau ia. Langa e pe ia e whaimeta tau ia o tala tero tala tu o Samoa. Ia o pepese fo ia am tutuila i mamanua. Ai lai ia tala patino ai o tutuila mamanua. E ala sa tau mawhai ai amai. Ia e ui ai na whapeli atu atua natu langa ia al taua. Ma fai peon tu fa solo nisi o tala. Ia e le fo tala e sa. E tala lasi la tunu. Ia la o e mau ile tu ia ele a faina. O tau vanga mua la na. O le si vai ngol tau vanga o tala fatu. Ia o tala fo ie tango e fatu lunga o langona. Ai fa nga ino ngana Samoa. Ia o tusi nga solo o tu solo. Ia tusi rau solo i se mea o e mana o ia o le mea sa ave o solo fo ile tau leanga nu pe o solo ava mi fa pena ia e pitai e pe o matele ale au tu solo ia i rato langona i tu langa si o manga o me o tupu i si o manga ia le ala o tali pea ma tu singa ata la oni tala e tu si se ata o se tala ia fa Samoa ia pento fa fo ia i lau mei ia le rata le malo o le manua Samoa le senga fulia senga mau ale o se asa to vai ai o le vai lima la en fa opopo ona o le fiao manongi mai fina ngalo le o matu fo ia sai to no vai nga umani tai fitis full to sanga iluma na mafai ia lan fa ngala o talbo e tusi mai se tala i mafaufaunga o nei tamamtina ia mo le alu ilumo le ngana.
E le whamana tuino le masino tala whaasolopito ta maitai po utina na whaafeiloa iai talwai nei le mauta le kovana ia le sosaiete a ta maitai o Amerika Samoa mo se a fiafi whaasolopito ma whaamomoiloto o fsuta inga o ma natuntunga ma musupusunga. Na whātou taiere tinau le antino ia Dr. Lois Pula le nei whaamoemoe ma whaamamalui nai le malosi o ta maitai ma sao i leo langa ato iau ngātou pulanga. I lana saunoa ngā amata na whaawitai ai e Dr. Pula le mamalu le antino o sa awai le whailongaina o lea lava whaamoemoe taua. O le manu lauti o le masina whaapitoa mo le tupau ta maitai o whaingoina o le moving forward together. I le taimi o le whaamoemoe na awai mai sui le Women Coalition of American Samoa. E o mai le taimi nei o loo whaawawina pia ngā ruenga le vaenga le Women's Coalition a Amerika Samoa mo le whaalawi loa no nisio tinama ta maitai i nei le atunuu. Wa usia nisio matatia. E pe yona si le fia e tofu lava tinama ta maitai ma o lātou talaanga i ainga o nuu e ka lesia e maise lava i to tono le atunuu. I tātou tala mai i pia o le whaamawainga se tasio minista o le kabineta o no mōrianga tau a weta vale ua wha matalaina o se ngā yuinga o le wha mamaluina o le tū la fono o le wha tutua i lea tua Samoa tasi. O whale o mawainga titi mamea ta fua o le sa ave mua ma minista o pisinisi ala manuia ma leipa na filifili e whaamawai mailo na tofinga wha minista i le vaiaso nei o no lo whenga iai ma mōrianga wha solitu la fono ma taulu manga le wha amsinonga. Peitai o le a tu maupea o ia o si whaipule le tu malo a le pata i tu pa ilunga. O le ansunga fuana te nei na tu ua ia ai whaleo mawai ngai le mōrianga ma mawhai tasi o le ave ta avale wha antamala ma manu ai a to ai ma le mōrianga o le ave ta avale ma tautia e mafua mai i se whaalawe tau ta avale na tula i mai le vaiaso na te nei i le mafa pass i se whaamtalanga taluai nei le Samoa Observer na ia whailo ai o lona wha mawai mai o se tūlanga saolea e tu sa ai mata i alo tula fono. I se pepo wha amtalanga le tumai tei pāle mea ia fia mena o mi mata awha. Na ia wha alia ai na maua le awanoa e taranoa i nai le whai unga le minista e wha mawai. Ua talia e le au le malo le wha mawaenga whale o mawaenga e amata i le vailuanga le pōna i le haso tofi. O le ama whai e foi e le a fionga le minista o na tāpena ina lana mata upu i le wha masinonga. Ma o tātou tara mulimuli o tala mai le Pasifika. O loo whaatulanga ina le United States le tui nātu o se tāu e tusa ma le se 10% i lunga o loa uma mai fafo. Whatasi ai mafua whaatatau e ese mai i le lua se 10% e te tono le tūlangi le Pasifika o loo whaamoe whaatupui nei finti le tau mawulunga i le tolu se 10% ma o loo whailoa le United States o se whainga whaatusa lea e tali atua i le tui nātu e finti o le onu se 10% o le tau o loa a Amerika. O na auru ua lawilo se tasio malo la titi le lano langi o le anua tia le tolu se 10% o le tau ae o le United States o Vanuatu o le awhengai ma le tau o le 2% o le motu o Norfolk o se territory o Australia o tu inantu ia i le 2% e ui lava o Australia lava ia e whengai ma le 10% o le tau o loa mai a Amerika. O le whaiune nao tātou tala mai lau KVZK, te motu sesio na whaapuponga i le aso antai au, tō whaa soifua.
Talofa, this is your evening news on KVZK TV. The Department of Public Safety officers executed 3 drug raids simultaneously, targeting 2 residences in Pagopago and 1 in Alofau. In the course of these operations, law enforcement officials apprehended nearly 20 individuals for questioning regarding their involvement in drug-related activities. This was confirmed by Police Commissioner Ta'anga Saite Molinga in response to questions from KVZK TV. The police commissioner stated that law enforcement conducted 3 coordinated raids on suspected drug activity simultaneously. He refrained from sharing specific details about the operations, citing the ongoing nature of the police investigations. According to officers who spoke with KVZK TV, the raids led to the successful seizure of illegal substances. This included methamphetamine, commonly referred to as ice, along with marijuana and a variety of drug paraphernalia, such as scales, pipes, and packaging materials. KVZK TV was on the scene in Pangupangu this morning, where law enforcement apprehended a man and a woman. The individuals were handcuffed and escorted into unmarked vehicles. The circumstances surrounding their arrest remain unclear. However, witnesses described a noticeable police presence in the area. Authorities are continuing their investigation to uncover more information about those involved. Joyeta Fengay Mali'i with your news on KVZK. The Department of Education is taking significant steps to address the poor conditions of the classrooms at Tafuna Elementary and Tafuna High School, which the Department of Health closed. This was confirmed in an email from the Director of Education, Maifao Dr. Mary Taufite'e, addressed to Tualauta lawmakers Larry Sanitoa and Ben Salvao. Eileen Solaita, head of the Environmental Health Services Division of the Department of Health, urged lawmakers to address urgent issues at Tafuna Elementary. Recent health inspections revealed unacceptable classroom conditions, including significant rodent feces infestations. The classrooms are hot, dusty, and unhygienic, with feces on bookshelves and children's projects, which is deeply concerning. The Department of Health closed most classrooms as they are unsafe for learning. Solaita noted, it appears the Department of Education considers this issue lightly and has not acknowledged the associated health risks. According to Solaita, the Department of Health has been calling for a maintenance plan for all schools for the past 4 years, but it has yet to be implemented. Unfortunately, these unsanitary conditions put children at risk for various diseases. And she also emphasized that it is unacceptable for individuals with advanced degrees not to understand the importance of cleanliness, describing the current behavior and practices as pathetic. Furthermore, she noted that maintenance has not improved at Tafuna High School. Cleaning practices remain inadequate, and classrooms are closed due to unhygienic conditions and leaks. In response, the Director of Education stated that all maintenance personnel from the Midwest and West are assigned to Tafuna Elementary this week to address the ongoing issues. The director confirmed a site visit to Tafuna Elementary School this week and noted plans to implement monthly inspections of all schools to ensure a safe and healthy environment. Furthermore, all teachers and staff must maintain a clean and sanitary environment daily. The director praised the Department of Health for its proactive measures in addressing health and safety concerns, stating that they fully support the decision to close the school due to hygiene and sanitation issues that could potentially endanger students and staff. They accept full responsibility for improving all school buildings and classrooms. Furthermore, the director noted over the past 4 years, DOE has faced numerous challenges, and although government leadership has changed, the issues have persisted under the new administration. The director also expressed disappointment over remarks from the Department of Health suggesting that DOE disregards health concerns. This accusation is serious, noted the director. Additionally, the comments regarding individuals with advanced degrees failing to recognize the importance of cleanliness, including the director, is both troubling and unacceptable. The director, who has only been in this position for 3 months, believes that students' education concerns everyone: government officials, teachers, parents, and the entire community. Collaboration is essential rather than assigning blame. All parties should aim to be part of the solution to improve the educational environment for children. Lastly, the director asserted that the Department of Health's work is significant, and the Department of Education truly values all its efforts to improve living conditions, especially in schools. Joyeta Fengay Mali'i with your news on KVZK. In celebration of Women's History Month of March, the Governor's Mansion recently hosted the Women's Coalition of American Samoa for a memorable evening of connection, reflection, and inspiration. The event, organized by First Lady Dr. Lois Pula, honored the strength, resilience, and lifelong contributions of women across various generations and sectors. This is according to a press statement released by the Governor's office. In her opening remarks, Dr. Pula welcomed the attendees, stating that the mansion is their home as it belongs to the people. Dr. Pula, a proud advocate for lifelong learning and women's voices, began her college journey at the age of 50 and earned her PhD in 2011. Her work in education and strategic communications has significantly shaped future leaders. With grace and humor, she shared her journey and reminded everyone that leadership comes in many forms and it's never too late to pursue one's purpose. The Women's Coalition Public Relations Officer, Louisa Quaya, addressed the evening's theme, Moving Forward Together, Women Educating and Inspiring Generations, highlighting the collective power of women to create lasting change. The Women's Coalition members were all present. President Vaitinasa Saluhanken provided an overview of the coalition's mission, grounding her message in the Samoan proverb, "E aule ina ilawat sina," a reminder that women can accomplish great things when they move forward with purpose and unity. She emphasized the Women's Coalition's mission to strengthen, empower, and unite the women of American Samoa, ensuring their voices are heard, their leadership recognized, and their contributions continue to shape the territory's future. The evening concluded with a renewed commitment to uplift one another and ensure that the next generation of women continues to rise together. Joyeta Fengai Mali'i with your news on KVZK. In news from Apia, the resignation of a cabinet minister due to traffic-related charges has been described as an act of honoring the rule of law by the Fatuatuaile Tuasamo Watasi government. Falemawaenga Titimaya Tafua, the former Minister of Commerce, Industry and Labor, chose to step down from his ministerial position this week as he faces criminal charges and court proceedings. However, he will remain a member of parliament for the Ale Patsai Tupailunga constituency. On Monday, Falemawaenga was charged with 1 count of negligent driving causing injury and 1 count of dangerous driving in connection with a car crash that occurred last week at Limafa Pass. In a recent statement to the Samoa Observer, he indicated that stepping down was the right thing to do and that he was abiding by the law. Following Falemawaenga's resignation, the FAST government stated on its Facebook page, "Honoring the rule of law is second nature to leaders who understand the Constitution and the standing orders of Parliament. Honor is earned, not just expected." The message also recognized the minister as a significant figure in Samoa rugby history who consistently upholds his principles. In a press statement, Prime Minister Fiamena Naomi Mata'afa said she had the chance to discuss the minister's decision to resign. The head of state has accepted Falemawaenga's resignation effective midnight Thursday, April 3rd, 2025, and that he has chosen to resign from his portfolio responsible will allow the minister to focus on preparing for his court case. Fiame concluded that it is essential to uphold the principle of justice, that a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Joyeta Fengai Mali'i with your news on KVZK. And finally, in news from the Pacific, although New Zealand and Australia appear to have largely avoided the more severe consequences of Donald Trump's recent tariffs, several Pacific islands, including a few that do not constitute independent sovereign countries, are poised to experience significant adverse effects. The United States is set to impose a baseline tariff of 10% on all foreign imports, with rates varying from 20 to 50% for countries assessed to have substantial tariffs on U.S. goods. Within the Pacific region, Fiji is anticipated to incur the highest tariff at 32%, with the United States characterizing this as a reciprocal measure in response to Fiji's imposition of a 63% tariff on American products. Nauru, recognized as one of the smallest nations globally, will be subject to a 30% tariff. While the U.S. claims that Nauru has enacted a 59% tariff, Vanuatu will face a tariff of 22%. Norfolk Island and Australian territory has been assigned a 29% tariff, despite Australia itself facing only a 10% tariff. Most of the Pacific nations will be eligible for the 10% baseline tariff, including Tokelau, which, despite its status as a non-self-governing territory of New Zealand and its population of approximately 1,500 residents, will also be affected by this rate. That's your evening news. Thank you for joining us. Good night.